You can smear chocolate icing over doo-doo, but it doesn't give you the right to call it chocolate cake. Don't believe me? Then go ahead and take a bite.
Hello, this is Lance Skirvin, America's most outspoken artist, and I'm on a little break right now. I was too tired to walk over to the lake. I mean, not tired per se in the sense of having one night of sleep, 2 nights of sleep, but a kind of righteous wear down from a lot of the things that I'm doing in my spare time. But I was thinking today on the way out here, I was thinking about the kind of people that we draw to us, the kind of people that we have around us, the kind of people that gravitate toward us. It's somewhat of a litmus test on who we are as a person. When you, what do they say, birds of a feather flock together? That's so true. You'll always have different types of people who come around you and try you in different ways, but after a while, if you're not really with their program, they won't stick, they won't hang around too long. And you know, it's like when I say, when you average out, when the number 100 went to bed with the number 50 and it woke up to be 75, it lost. 50 gained. So those who suck from you and those who pull from you always gain and walk away better than you who didn't get anything from their presence, they didn't have anything edifying to give you in your life, and you find yourself deficient, depleted, worn down, and worn out. And that's not the reason why I'm worn out. I'm so glad. You know, if it was, I'd be mighty mad at myself and the people that are around me. But yeah, people will gravitate towards you, and lots of us on the flip side will profess a certain lifestyle, will profess a certain standard, but in actuality, it's a farce. In actuality, it's a fallacy. And what do I mean by this? Well, here we go again. I'm not going to pick on the church. I'm not going to pick on, but hey, that's my upbringing, and I can't help but refer to that. I mean, what would I talk about? Something else that we don't know about? And so many of you who listen to the videos of what I do, you're raised in the church also, so you can understand. So pretty much we're speaking the same language. But a person that professes to possess the love of Jesus Christ, the person that professes to live a righteous life, and I know everybody's not perfect, because you know what, I'm not. I did a few imperfect things today myself, and I thought a few imperfect things that are not right, okay? So we all have our inner struggle, we all have our crosses to bear, but if we did do like Jesus said and take up his cross like he asked us to, and to deny ourselves, what really would we be denying ourselves? What cross would we have to bear? How many of us would be with Jesus if Jesus was walking as the earth as a physical man, physically today, when he spoke out against the government, when he spoke out against certain things, and the majority of people just did not dig him. He was a troublemaker. He was an ex-con also, because he was locked up. He was somebody who you just didn't want to be around because you didn't want to lose the creature comforts that you had. So if we had to deny ourselves the luxury cars, the nice homes that we live in, living fat, high on the hog and off the fat of the land, how many of us would still adhere by the principles of Jesus Christ in an extremely radical way, because his way was an extremely radical way? And how can you get and seek the love of the world, okay, and be in line with the real teachings of Jesus Christ? They're not going to love you. I mean, come on now. Let's talk about it. You turn on these filthy TV shows and everybody's claiming Christ. You got women on these reality TV shows claiming, tattooing the cross on their arm, and oh, I love Jesus and all this and all that, but their titties are hanging out. I mean, come on now. Live decent. You know, that's for your man. That's for you. You know, that's a beautiful thing. It's a lovely thing. Breasts are beautiful, but it's not to be put out there for the whole world to see. Okay? Now we know we have some men who, no matter how much you cover yourself and try to walk around decent, they're going to imagine something anyway. I'm not saying that. It's not the woman's fault. But you have people who, you know, in the name of Jesus, you have some of these preachers who in the name of Jesus, you know, profess all this and this and that, but they ain't just denying themselves jack. They're not denying themselves anything. You know, yes, I love Jesus, so the keys to the Rolls Royce are over there. Not that you should be impoverished, but you know what, how can you live in such a way when you have so many needy people that are out there who need financial help, who need moral help, who need your time? You know, you have these prosperity preachers who are just running after more and more money, and they're not doing, and they are doing some things in the community symbolically. They're setting it up, but I mean, their whole Oh, okay. I didn't know what that was passing by. Thought that was Big Brother coming to get me. Yeah, but they're not looking to proportionately really get on fire and get out there because, okay, put it this way. With all the churches that are out here, okay, with all the churches that are out here, why is there so much hell going on those very same blocks where we have these churches? And back to the original subject about the kind of people that gravitate around you, you know, that gives you a reflection of who you are. Okay, because if you have people who are lazy, who don't want to learn, people who are not trying to better themselves, and they just love being around you, you're doing something wrong. Because if you're trying to learn something and better yourself and take yourself to the higher level, those kind of people don't want to be around you because you show them up and you're running so hard at something so positive that it's against their agenda. So my last saying is a saying, and if there are any kids in the room, you might as well just turn the volume down and listen to it. I'm going to say a curse word in it because it's more effective. And my vocabulary is big enough, but I'd rather say it this way. Okay, when a person professes to be something that they're not, after a while, you will find out what they are. Okay, and here's how my saying goes. You can take chocolate icing and cover a pile of shit with it, but it doesn't give you the right to call it chocolate cake. And if you think when you see this nice shaped thing covered in chocolate icing and the icing is so sweet, you continue to dip and dab your finger into that icing, even pick up the whole morsel in your hand and take a nice huge bite. You can put chocolate icing on shit, but it doesn't give you the right to call it chocolate cake. And if you think it's chocolate cake, you're gonna find out when you take that bite. This is Lance Skirvin, America's most outspoken artist, and I will talk to you later. You can turn the volume up now.